Hey people, what's up? So obviously this is completely 100% unexpected. I regularly do not do any videos on Sundays because I take the day to recoup. It's usually my only day off. But we have some breaking news, folks. We have some pretty big news for the upcoming Tournament of Power in DBS. At first, uh, I think it was just like a rumor, just like a very faint voice that not a lot of people agreed upon, or I guess some people took it seriously, some people didn't. And now it's been confirmed. And by the way, this is a spoiler for Dragon Ball Super. So if you want to figure it out, but I think the entire internet, honestly, is gonna know what this spoiler is. So we're not getting the lineup that we thought we were gonna get from the promotional images and from the opening. I mean, everything stays the same except out of the 10 characters that we know that we thought were going to participate, one of them isn't, and instead will be replaced by somebody else.
So, as of right now, certain moments in the opening, such as this and this one, are actually now, well, kind of misleading.
I think this change is going to be super controversial. I mean, I'm flat out telling you, it's going to be so controversial because it's not even like a change that people were yearning or urging for. Like, for example, I remember when the lineup came up, people were saying, out of the lower tiers, which I talked about in my previous review. It's so funny because I was just in my previous review I was ranking the characters from lower tier, mid tier, and top tier. So people were saying initially, can we trade one of the three lower tiers for either Goten or Trunks? So Tenshin Han, Roshi, or Krillin. Can we exchange one of those? No, that's not what this is, folks. That's not what this is. You gotta understand, like, I'm torn because part of me thinks that this was like a last minute decision, like on the fly, be like, oh, like we gotta do this because we're planning something else now, or we changed something in the story and this makes more sense, or we need to put this character in here for some reason. But then another part of me like looks back at certain things and I'm like, no, maybe they were like keeping enough room for change to actually pull through with this new member from the get go. So I'm gonna tell you what happened. So essentially, Boo is asleep, and it turns out that he won't be awake by the time the tournament starts. He just won't get up, which is actually in the ending. Boogie back, we see him resting there. I always thought it was just him like dicking around in the tournament. So he just won't get up. And again, these are spoilers for episodes 92 and 93. 93 will be, I think, the first episode that we get in June. So just so you know when these are coming out. In quite a while, honestly. But so Boo won't get up. And instead, Kakarot, Goku, decides that the 10th member, or at least he goes in search of Frieza, all right, to revive Frieza so that he can be the 10th member of this lineup. Shocking, right? Shocking. Instead of Boo, we're getting Frieza. Now, here's the thing, right? Like, personally, I don't have anything against Frieza. I think he's, he can be a pain in the ass sometimes, but he's kind of funny. I think he's funny. He's a funny guy. So I am not against Frieza joining the lineup. I'm really not. But I do question, like, why does it have to be Boo who gets replaced? I think that's my biggest issue. Because there's Boo would not have been my first choice. Like, why Boo? Why does he have to be the one that just gets thrown to the side? It's like, remember, like, in the other tournament, he got pushed aside too for being stupid. And now it's kind of like, oh yeah, well, you fell asleep, so you can't do anything. And the thing is, like, the Xeno exhibition match got me hyped because we saw that fight with Basil, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. They should utilize Boo more often. And now it's like, no, you get the hell out of here. I kind of get the feeling that they're afraid of using him, or maybe they just don't know how to use him properly. But then they did use him properly in the Basil fight, so I don't know what's going on with that. Every time he gets incapacitated, it's like, I mean, oh man. And to throw some shade in this, like, there's a couple of guys in the lineup that I'm pretty sure we could do without having to lose Boo and also have Frieza at the same time. I mean, I said this in my review already, but that last episode that we got, man, that last episode made Ten Shin Han look like absolute garbage. I mean, I'm unapologetically stating that because those are the facts. Look at that episode. Now, to be honest, it's been a while since he actually looked good. I mean, what has he done? Like, he was pushing Cell down a little bit, and then how can I forget about this? So, I mean, he shot that thing up at Nappa, and then he died. And yes, you know what? I'll admit that they kind of pulled the same thing that they did with 17 with Roshi, just by saying, like, he's been training in secret or whatever, all these years, or, for a period of time, he's been training his ass off, and now he's, like, a lot stronger. But then again, let's be honest here. Like, at this point in time, this late in the game, what else can they do? Other than say that, yeah, they've been training, and now they're strong. What else can they do? What would you do, honestly? If you didn't put the time in to set this up, what else is there for them to do? Like, there's nothing else. I mean, they can switch characters out for Frieza, apparently. And look, listen, so Frieza, from a power standpoint, makes perfect sense. Makes absolutely perfect sense. Of course you would want somebody like Frieza. I mean, he's responsible for genocide, I guess. But if joining the tournament kind of prevents an even bigger genocide, a universal genocide, then I guess it kind of makes sense that way. Also, like, I think throughout this recruitment arc, Goku has constantly made references to the fact that, you were once a rival, you were once an antagonist or a villain, but now we're friends, so come on in. I mean, it's going to make for some pretty ridiculous and messed up character dynamics in the group, I'll tell you that much. And yeah, well, going back to the Boo thing, he doesn't really do anything in the opening. He's just there, walking, do-do-do, do-do-do. So delete that image from your mind and replace that with Frieza. Do-do-do, do-do-do. It's the return of the golden form. It has to be, right? And look, I mean, one of the things that I can see people complaining about is, like, he already has a movie. Resurrection of F is literally about him and how he's gotten stronger, and he got dealt with, and now he's coming back. How many times is he going to come back in Super? All right? It's like, and again, at the cost of losing Boo, that's what hurts me the most. It's like, yeah, you want to put him in there, fine, put him in there. I don't care. Just don't get rid of Boo. Why? I really hope that there's a plot-related reason for it. I really do. That it's like, okay, it's like we want this to happen in the story, but we can't have that if Boo is there or if we don't have Frieza. Does that make sense? Like, I hope, but then what would that even be? Like, that's where I'm stuck. I think a great deal of, like, the negativity that Super has been getting recently, I think maybe it could have been avoided if like, maybe the lineup hadn't been revealed so soon. If it was just like this gradual, organic way of, like, Goku, like, scouting and picking people, and just be like, oh, okay, so this fits here, you fit over here, and okay, you're not as strong as me or him, but you kind of have your place in here. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts down below. That's it for me. Oh man, I can't wait to read your comments, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like the video if you did, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Catch you guys later. Bye.